Hello. This tutorial will show you how to use the stress log activity. We also provide examples to help you become familiar with this activity. To see our examples, click on the View Examples button and choose one from the menu. Stress log is easy to use. The entries in the stress log activity are divided into 3 sections from left to right. In the first section, enter the date and time when the stressful situation occurred. If the situation just happened, you can leave the present date and time, which will be entered by default. Or you can click on the date and time box, and a calendar will open up for you to select the right date and time when the situation occurred. When you are done selecting the date and time, click on Done. Then click on the box titled Situation and write down what happened. For example, you can write, "My friend Jen stood me up." In the second section, from left to right, click on the buttons that describe the emotions you felt during the situation you are reporting. A slider will appear asking you to select how intense this feeling was at the moment. Continuing with our example, you click on Angry, and you indicate that the intensity of this feeling was 95%. You also report how disappointed and how humiliated you felt. If you don't see an emotion that you would like to include, you can type it in this box at the bottom and add it to the list. For example, you may want to report that you also felt unhappy with an intensity of 70%. In the third section, from left to right, you need to type in the negative thoughts that crossed your mind while you were experiencing the stressful situation. Type each separate thought you had at the moment in a different box, and move the slider to the right to report how certain you were of the thought at the time the situation occurred. For example, you thought, "People don't want to be friends with me," with a certainty of 100%. And you also thought, "I will end up completely alone," with a certainty of 90%. Finally, when you are done both entering and reporting the certainty of the negative thoughts you had at the moment, click on Save and Continue. This will take you to your stress log history. The stress log history is a list of all your stress log entries, sorted by date and time, with the most recent at the top. From here, you can choose to proceed directly to the Thought Challenge activity by clicking on the thought you want to challenge. For instructions on how to use this activity, please watch the Thought Challenge tutorial. You can also choose to go back to your activity center, from where you can choose to look at the stress log reports. Your intensity of emotions graph will show you how the overall intensity of your emotions and how specific emotions have changed over time. You can customize the date range. And you can choose the specific emotions you want to see in the graph. If you want additional information on how to understand this graph, click on the question mark sign on the top right corner of the graph area. You can also see the stress log and thought challenge table, which contains all your stress log and thought challenge entries. If you have any questions about this tutorial or about using any MindQuire activity, please send us a message by selecting Contact MindQuire from the Manage Account menu. Thank you.